Appreciate it. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I collect board games. Ladies. Yes, I do. You want to have fun with a classic board game? Here's what you do. You take Operation and you hook it up to a car battery. Stops a lot of unnecessary surgery, as you can imagine. Like, water on the knee, huh? Yeah, you know what? Fuck him. Look at his nose. He drinks. He did this to himself. But what I really like to do is I like to play Monopoly with my native brother-in-law, because no matter what property he lands on, I just take it. Screw you, man. You go live on the purple ones. Why do you think I picked the cowboy? Now, some of you went, on that. Don't feel too badly for him, because he did get me back. Because I landed on one of his properties. I said, is that a hotel? He said, yeah, and a casino. He starts grabbing. So yeah, I do love games. I'm kind of obsessed with them. Game shows. I love game shows. I'd love to be on Family Feud. That's my big dream. And then no matter what the question was, my answer would be, your cock. Which would be awesome, because then he'd have to go, show me your cock. Being funnier if it was actually there, right? Ding, son of a bitch, 3 people said it. That's so odd. So I'm married, and thank Christ, because I'm no prize, really. The sad fact of the matter is, the more you look like the lead singer of Bare Naked Ladies, the less likely you are to actually see one. So I'm just grateful. And she's a terrific girl, too. Smart. Oh, man, I love that. Any woman who's smart enough to know better, but then has sex with you anyway, so hot. And she puts up with so much being married to a nerd. It's tough for her, because this is a classic example of this. The other night, crawling into bed, she looks at me and she goes, oh, Jesus Christ. I go, what? She said, how did I end up married to a 43-year-old man in Batman pajamas? I said, I'm not the husband you deserve. I'm the husband you need right now. She's like, shut up. Turn off the light. I'll turn off the light. I'm sorry. Kind of cool. I'll tell you the whole story. I met her at university. I went to a Catholic university. I majored in guilt. Catholics here, good. If you are religious, I don't want to make fun of you too much. I'm not terribly religious myself. To me, religion's a little like alcohol. It's small amount, it's comforting, it's uplifting. Too much and you kind of become an asshole. Okay, me and her are going to hell. I guess I'll see you there. It's fine. I don't want to pick on the Catholics too much, because you guys had a rough time of it lately with the boy touching and the... And then you had a pope who looked like the Emperor from Star Wars and scared the shit out of everybody. And then he just up and quit for whatever reason, which is also freaky. And even the pope before him, I think he was dead a lot longer than the Vatican was letting on. And they were pulling some Weekend at Bernie shit on us that last couple of weeks. Do you remember the press conferences? They're like, okay, what's the pope's condition? Pope's fine, he's okay, it's no problem. He says, good to give the blessing, it's alright. Wave the hand. See, it's okay, no problem. Yeah, I've actually gotten into a fair amount of trouble doing religious material before. I was in Saskatchewan, and I did some Jesus jokes. And they were harmless Jesus jokes. You know, it was just, what if Jesus was in the NHL, right? Oh, Christ just got nailed to the boards. Not horrible. I might have mentioned owning a Jesus Christ watch, and no matter what time you look at the watch, it's always 2:45. Apart from that, wasn't that bad. Speaking of watches, if I might diverge for just a moment, I used to have a sweet Superman watch. It was awesome, had the big S on it. And the problem was that every time my wife asked me what time it was, I'd be like, it's 2:45, it's 2:45, 2:45. Then one day the watch disappeared and I never saw it again. I don't know what happened there. So yeah, I was in Saskatchewan, I was doing some Jesus jokes, and like I said, they were totally harmless, and this guy took offense, and he took me aside, and he said, I am a Christian, sir. Have you read the Bible? I said, nope, I'm a nerd. Have you read Tolkien? Shut him up. I am a nerd, I'd like to say on behalf of my people, To you, the beautiful people, thanks for all the wedgies, fuckers. Should have been nicer to us. You work for us now. And I had a woman actually ask me once. She said, "What's it like having sex with a nerd?" Ladies, do yourself a huge favor. Go to a comic book store. Go to a Rush concert. Get yourself a nerd. Because we're really, really good. You wouldn't think we are, but we are. I'll put it to you this way. Take a stray dog, right? The dog hasn't eaten in weeks. The dog doesn't know if it will ever eat again. Feed that dog, it's gonna be really fucking thorough. It's gonna lick the pattern off the bowl and be grateful. That's why you don't want to have sex with a pretty boy. Sex with a pretty boy is like a Gatorade commercial. It's 30 seconds of him saying, "Is it in you?" And then it's all over. No. You don't want that. I'll tell you why else we're good, ladies. We play a lot of video games. This action look familiar? A little of this. X button, X back, A, B, B, X, A, B, B, A, 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 A. That's right, we know where the buttons are without looking. We're fast and we're accurate. I'm telling you right now, ladies, you let a nerd play with your Xbox, it is games at a higher level. Plus, we can talk dirty to you in Klingon, which is hot. For us, I should probably clarify. Now, my wife, whom I did not meet on the internet, fuck off. My wife is great at talking dirty to a nerd. You know, she's perfect at it. She's like, oh, Gandalf. Oh, your staff is so big. I'm all into it too. I'm like, your dog fire will not avail you. Gleam of Mordoon, you shall not pass. I'm rolling a 20-sided dice on her back. Critical hit! Critical hit! You're welcome for the mental image, by the way. Now, ladies, you might already be having sex with a nerd and not know it. I mean, clearly you know it. But for the rest of you, it's alright, he's looking all strict. We'll play Settlers of Catan later, it'll be awesome. We'll hang out, it'll be cool. No, for those of you who don't know, here's how you tell. If at any time during intercourse you hear the phrase, "Judge me by my size, do you?" Probably a nerd. Now, I had a whole bunch of those jokes, but I didn't want to become the Jeff Foxworthy of nerds. You know, I didn't want to stand here and say things like, if you got a lot of action figures, but you don't get a lot of action, might be a nerd. If you think the 40-year-old virgin is a documentary, might be a nerd. If during sex, instead of saying, "Who's your daddy?" you say, "I am your father." Which is kind of a twofer, because it works for Redneck too, so there you go. Now before I leave you this evening, so I don't leave you on that, I'm going to play a little game with you guys. I'm a big movie fan, I love the movies. I don't love everything about the movies. The candy's so goddamn expensive they actually keep it in a jewel case now. You gotta put a down payment on Twizzlers, which is humiliating. But worse than that, the chocolate bars are taunting me now. Like, I'm a little heavier, I don't need a chocolate bar that taunts me. I went to get one the other day, it said, "Kit Kat, chunky." So it's gonna be, "Oh, Henry, you fat fuck." What? Come on! Just want some chocolate so I can watch the Avengers. So we're gonna play a little movie game with you guys. I'm gonna ask you guys for the name of a movie. I'm gonna put somebody in that movie who normally is not in that movie, and then comedy hijinks will ensue. So I'll give you an example. Homer Simpson, Titanic, different movie. So he's there on the bow, he's got his gut hanging over, he's got the 3 hairs flying in the wind. He goes, "Woohoo! I'm the king of the world! In your face, Flanders! I'm on the Titanic! Woohoo! Don't! Marge, the boat is sinking! Quick, help me get a life preserver! Life preserver? I thought it was a donut. So you get the idea. So if I get the name of a movie from you guys? Thank you.
Backdoor Sluts 9!
Not the movie you were in. Dude.
Hard
Backdoor slide. What's wrong with you? You want to see me fuck? That's my next question to you. I mean, hey, what the hell? You want to volunteer? All right. Can I get a movie that doesn't involve lube, please? A movie I've heard of?
A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men. A Few Good Men. We'll do A Few Good Men. That's pretty good. A Few Good Men. You know what? Kind of obscure, but I saw him recently, and I used to love doing this impression, so I'm going to do him for you tonight, Comedy Monday Night. I'm going to do Paul Reiser. Do we know who that is? Paul Reiser from Mad About You. I'm going to do Paul Reiser from Mad About You in A Few Good Men. Here we go. So there's Jack Nicholson on the stand saying things like, my existence, while it seems grotesque to you, saves lives. Do you understand? See, here's the thing. I do understand. I'm not saying that saving lives thing's just bad. No, I'm saying it's good. Good for you. For the guy with the rag in his mouth, I'm just saying less rags in the mouth, probably better for everyone. This is all I'm saying. All right, I'll do one more of those. Another movie? Godfather. Fuck me out of that movie. Okay. Godfather, starring...
Sylvester Stallone.
I don't actually take requests on that part. Can you imagine that movie with Sylvester Stallone and Marlon Brando? You wouldn't be able to understand a fucking thing. They'd be like, my boyfriend here from my career from oh God. As you can see, you gotta be careful when you ask for stuff because it can backfire on you. I had a guy, he said, Brokeback Mountain. I'm like, oh, great. All right, well, I'm gonna need a volunteer. What I ended up doing Carmen from South Park, and it was the shortest one I'd ever done. You know, because I didn't like mentally where it was going. Don't you think it gets kind of lonesome up here on the mountain? Sometimes. That's all I was prepared to do, really. And like the image of Mo Bentover going, I can't quit, yeah, guys, yeah. Comedy Monday Night, thank you so much.